Hi there, welcome to the Call to Cinema. My name is Aaron, and let us bring in the man himself. See if we can do it. There, Cinema Dave. Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
It is. I'm excited. This
It's
is a
pretty
big night.
yeah, it's a big yeah,
We are
absolutely.
Vinegar Syndrome. A lot to talk about. We're gonna read out the email, the announcement. We're gonna try and guess what the titles are with the people here. So, without further ado, let's roll the intro.
Let's do it.
Hey there, Owen. Hey, Ken, for the being the first person to make a comment. Hey there, Ken. I'm excited.
You
Are you
can.
excited about this one, Dave?
Absolutely. I don't think I've even shown my Vinegar Syndrome, Fun City editions on my channel, but I'm planning to do a video on it at some point, but I do have a few titles. I do have a few things. I love my copy of Fade to Black as an example. That's one of the ones I absolutely love.
I That is one of my favorite movies. When they
Yeah.
did the Fade to Black, had to do both the T-shirts there. Hey, Giuseppe, Ice, and Heroic. Um, we are gonna try and guess, aren't we? Like the titles for this.
Yeah.
And so what I want to do is I want to bring up what was said a couple days ago, and because I got an email. Did you get the email?
I got an email. I think I did get an email, but I it didn't help me.
But and there was something, and there's something. So we got guesses already. Let's see what we got here. For the horror 4Ks, hoping for Fatal Games, Summer Camp Nightmare. That's one's been a while. Nightlife, '89, Scott Grimes. I remember this movie. Did it ever get off VHS? Was there ever a DVD for Nightlife?
That doesn't sound familiar to me.
Fright Night 2. That's a hard one because of the crime. But in that one. Hunter's Blood, Shoot 76. Good one. Hey there, Trash Man. So let's read out what we know. The missing piece here, Dave, is the box set. The 10-film box set looks to be not shown right now. But I want to make sure I'm looking at the right one. Let's read this out. I will read this out dramatically, Dave.
Absolutely. A dramatic reading of the letter, of the email that you got.
Okay. Halfway to Black Friday, drama thing gone out the window right away. Flash pre-order titles will be revealed. Discounted pre-orders will be available. Double VSMC points during the event. So have you used any of your VSMC points? So you're familiar with that, or?
You should explain that a little bit because I haven't used any of my points. I'm sure I've built up some points, but I haven't used them.
So basically, anytime that you order something from Vinegar Syndrome, you get and it was started during I think the Black Friday or VSMC points. So there's a section there where you can go in, check your points, and one of the neat things they do is some people that are big slipcover guys look at the slipcovers that are out there, and like they make different slipcovers available.
Yeah.
So what it'll have is kind of like a little gold stamp thing on it, so it shows how it's different from the from the original one. So like Bloodhook has been put out, and that was like a big one, but they only put so many of them.
Right.
So you can always check the points, see what I'm guessing. Probably now they'll probably have some new stuff come up. There's always like different like things you can get. Now there's a Euro box set coming. I'm not sure, Ice, if that is going to be the 10 disc one or not. I think that's going to be something different, but I could be wrong. So what we got here, the moment the pre-order goes live, you'll be able to feature eyes on 3 of our 5 spectacular May Vinegar Syndrome releases. So there's still going to be the 2 secret ones. So they have secret ones every time.
Right.
Among them, World 4K UHD and US Blu-ray debuts of 2 80s horror classics. Plus our next Euro horror-themed box set. On top of that, we'll be revealing quite possibly our biggest VSU to date. Do you have any other VSUs yet?
I don't have. The thing is, the last time we did a video, I was talking about the Fun City editions, right? I collect those, so I have. I think all of those. I just placed an order too, and I think based on one of your videos that I joined, that Primetime Panic box set. I picked that up,
Fantastic set.
and then I picked up Cutter's Way. So I have those two, and those two just arrived. So those are the ones I have. But like Beastmaster, I have, right? Isn't that a
Yes,
VSE? Yeah,
that's a VSU, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You got the
yeah.
big
Or,
box
I'm
one,
sorry.
right?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it?
absolutely. The magnet, the one
Yeah.
with the magnet. I picked
So
that.
there's a new one of those coming.
Cool.
Uh, those are usually really, really good.
Yeah.
Um, we got also, aside from the VSU, what do we got here? Where was I? Okay. Plus our next Euro horror themed box set. So Men Up Gel might be Euro themed. We're getting a lot of Euro themed box sets recently. And we got the one from Severin, Danza Macabre. And we got the one from Indicator, the Mexican one, the Mexican Macabre one. I'd like to see Summer Camp.
No, I
Will there
have
be a Tale of
televised.
Ice
I
Terror
have.
Volume 2? Did you
Yeah,
buy
I have.
Tale of Ice Terror Volume 1, by the way?
Yeah, I have volume one, which
I
is.
want Volume 2. I want it so bad. I really
You
do.
have, you have volume one. Do you have volume one?
I have Volume 1. I want a Volume 2. I really do. We got, what else we got here? On top of that, we'll be revealing quite possibly our biggest VSU to date. And there's been a lot of talk about this because there was a follow up announcement that said this was a kind of a sleazy classic. Um,
What could
there's
that
been
be?
there's been some guesses. I want people's guesses here.
Yeah, that's right.
Um, Plus, as always, we're providing the first hints towards the year's selections of halfway sale surprise titles, which, in keeping with tradition, are likely to be the most unexpected, exciting, and just plain weirdest releases of the event. And in this case, of these two particular have been the result of years worth of trying to find and secure the rights. Now, that finding and securing the rights taking years long, that I do think of Fright Night 2 when you come to that. I think that would be that would be the most disappointing announcement, Ken. And I love Showgirls. Now, I will tell you right now, if they announce Pennies from Heaven, Showgirls 2, I'm down with that. Because that's the next Champagne and Bullets. That's what that is. Have you seen Pennies from Heaven?
I haven't seen that.
It is so bad, but it is so fun. So, in order to prepare for the Flash pre-order option, there's going to be 3 different things you can choose from. Everything. The VSU, the 3 announced titles, the 2 secret titles, or you can get the VSU only, just the new VSU, or the secret titles only. You can roll that dice, which a lot of people do, and just grab these secret titles. Jay says that it could be looking for Mr. Goodbar. That would be a big,
That'd be good.
big purchase.
Yeah, Diane Keaton, right?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
that's one that has not. Did that even get a DVD release? I
I don't
remember
think so.
VHS.
I
I
don't
don't think
think
it
so.
did.
I think I remember looking for that, and I wasn't able. It's on my list someplace, but that'd be interesting. Yeah.
Like it is. Yeah, it freaked me out when I was a kid. One because when I before I saw this, I've got epilepsy, guys. I had somebody tell me it's a really good movie, but you got epilepsy. You're not going to want to watch the ending. But I didn't actually. It didn't bother me, but I really liked it. I would love to see Looking for Mr. Goodbar. The Canadian in me, though, Dave,
Yeah.
wants to see One Night Stand. And I'm not sure if you remember this one or not, but it's a Canadian movie. It's kind of like Looking for Mr. Goodbar. And it was originally a stage play.
Oh wow.
So there's a girl, and she's going to get like her drinks for New Year's, basically New Year's, Christmas. And she's coming out, and there's this guy there, and he's playing guitar outside of the store. So she picks him up, brings him home, and things go kind of awry. But that would be that would be I don't think that would be on there, but that would be a big deal. The guy, I can't remember his name right now, that played the lead male was a pretty big uh, stage actor back in the day, Canadian stage actor, and I think he did Kiss the Spider Woman. I think he won an award for actually won Tony. Uh, One of the halfway titles. Is it really? No. Okay. uh, Yay. Is there a trauma title that would excite you?
You're the expert. You are the absolute expert on this stuff too, right? My collection is very limited, so I'm interested to see what's going to happen here. But you're
See,
definitely the expert on those.
I would love to see them hook up with Full Moon because there's so much better stuff you could get from there. Um, I would love because I want them to do tears. I want to do Tour Strap. I want Tour Strap, a really good edition of that one, not a Full Moon edition of Tour Strap.
Right.
I kept my DVD for that one, but I want like a really good edition of Tour Strap. Which is, have you seen Tour Strap?
I haven't seen that. I have
It's a
not seen it.
classic. It's Chuck Connors, early role by Tanya Roberts, and a great, really creepy opening. So basically, Tourist Trap is one of those movies that's it's just super super creepy. Chuck Connors is amazing in this one here. You're definitely an expert. No, no, not rabid grannies. I'm sorry. No, 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 not nope. just just Hollywood Zap. I mean, there's trauma movies, and I mean, there could be some of the big. We got the Toxic Avengers, the Sergeant Kabuki Man films, the less likely ones, because it seems like they put out like a lot of the trauma stuff that I wanted to be put out has been put out. Like we got Bloodhook. There's because I'm trying to think of something. There's Mother's Day. No, I can't think of a trauma film that they could put out right now that would like legit excite me. There was like this really bad anthology film that's about these people on a bus that actually would excite me because it's so bad that I love it because our films. I am so weird. Oh, not a fan of Rabid Grannies. It could happen though. Chillers. Thank you. Chillers is what I'm thinking of. I had Chillers back in the day, and it had like constant rotation, Dave, on my TV. Like, was it a good movie? Hell no. Did I love it? Yes. Yes, I did. Do you have a trauma film that like stands out or something
You know,
like?
the thing is, like I said before, as much as when we were doing our other video, right? I know a lot of Criterion, and so when I need to get a Vinegar Syndrome recommendation, I definitely go right to you, right? I go right to your channel for this kind of stuff because I don't really know that many. I have a very small Vinegar Syndrome collection, including lots of the Fun City Edition stuff. But so I'm here to learn too, Aaron, what I need to get. you know,
It is going to be different. I mean, there's certain things that I got to say where we had somebody we had a desperate troll in there for a second.
some trolling, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. That's when you know it's super popular. That's what does it. But oh, I know what I was going to do. I want to check something here while we are doing this because I am, needless to say, uh, super excited about this one here. I'm not excited about vinegar uh, I'm not excited with trauma. Like I know they've done a lot of work with trauma. Blaze came out last year. A couple other ones came out, but everything else, uh, not so much. That's the that's the key part.
Yeah. We were talking before too about, and I don't know if this is included in the sale, but please correct me if I'm wrong here. But the Fun City editions are essentially moving to their own website, right? They're covering all that stuff themselves, right? Except for the stuff that's already on the Vinegar Syndrome site, right?
Oh yeah, like
So like
they're
something
definitely.
like Party Girl, for example, right? And there's been a lot of discussion about that one that's not available, I don't think, on the Vinegar Syndrome site, right? With the slipcover or anything, right?
Oh no, for party girls, that one hasn't been like it hasn't been on their their channel. I think that Fun City Editions, as far as I know, they are moving over to their own
Yeah.
thing. That's kind of the thing with
Yeah.
thing with that. We're having some fun tonight, man.
Absolutely.
Flesh and Fantasy will be part of the sale. Flesh and Fantasy is a little bit too new to be part of this sale, as far as I know. That's that's going to be the killer part about it. Well, yeah, there you go. So
Yeah,
Fun
but
Editions is being
it's
distributed by
part of
MVD. I heard
NVD,
that like
right?
their stuff
Yeah.
is getting uh is selling really well. To the point that the last release that they put out pretty much just it's pretty much sold out now.
Yeah.
Because they listed on their Twitter, like, basically, if you want to get it, like, try and find it in a store that's got it, because
Yeah.
it's pretty much already sold out
Yeah.
anywhere that's whatever the latest one was. Which you got.
But there's still some copies of Breathless, right? So those are still, I thought, on the Vinegar Syndrome site. That's what I was looking at still too, but it's like 100, a little over 100 it looked like to me.
Yeah, we're going to dive into
Yeah.
into the website here in a minute and just actually go through a lot of this stuff. The part of the fun about this is trying to figure out what all the titles are, what everything there is.
And some good suggestions there.
What's that?
Some good suggestions.
Oh yeah, there's some great suggestions. Let me just. I'm trying to figure out something here real quickly so we can actually get into it. Only about 100 left of Breathless. Found one the other day. It's a slip locally. It is going to be good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a big one.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to show some of your stuff. I have to do something here behind the scenes. Okay. All right. I'm so quiet here. Uh-huh. Dave, are you
Yes,
there,
sir.
man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right here. Now, I was just reading some of the comments about the 10 film set too, right? Still thinking about that. See
That's
what
going to be like
that might be. Yeah.
the big thing right now for me is like, where exactly is this going to go with this set?
Yeah.
Because the fact that we haven't heard anything on it in a while. That's
Did you finish your reading of the dramatic reading of the letter yet? Because I thought
if you
I
got it
thought
there,
you started.
you can read a bit more of it.
I thought you started that. Let me see if I still have that, because I don't know if I still have that. Let me see. I don't think I have that anymore. That email that I had. So let me just see if I.
Because I'm kind of curious about the way that it'll go with the.
Yeah, I don't have my letter, but it looks like people were saying. I know you're going through the comments here too, but it looks like some of the folks were saying the 10 film set may have been delayed. Do you think
That's what I've heard.
Do you think that's true?
I do think it's true. I think we would have heard a bit more. But the only problem I have with that is I wish that it's okay to be delayed. It's not an issue. I don't think anybody's
Yeah.
going to be upset about it, because they're going to have enough there to
Yeah.
to talk about. Just like, I guess, let people know a bit ahead of time. Like, okay, it's like I know some people, some people get upset with everything, right? But
Yeah.
you can't help that.
Yeah.
Um, but for this, I would say, just let people know, okay, it's going to be a couple months, or it's going to be delayed for a little bit. Maybe it'll come out during Black Friday, or maybe we'll have it there. It won't be next month, obviously. Next month's going to be partner. Well, May, after May, it's going to be partner label month. So, but I'm sure it's still coming out. It's just getting there. Uh, for the rest of this before we go into the website, because I do want to go into the website and just see
Yeah.
what's available there. Is that we know, and what initially was announced, because I did like initially take pictures of what it was. Where's my photos? What initially got announced last year when all this happened was that May was initially going to be Vinegar Syndrome 10th anniversary 10 film collection, two more horror UHDs, and a truly killer set of surprise titles, maybe our best for halfway. That was the original announcement. And now it is going to be a VSU uh, two horror Blu-ray classics, next horror Euro horror themed box set, and our biggest and basically the biggest VSU to date. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead in 4K. I saw that in theater. Like, I know it's probably a joke, but I did see that in theater. It's Christina Applegate, man. So yeah, I would say
Is that
like
an 80s film? Is that an 80s film? Is that
90s, I
is that
think.
80s? Oh.
Other late 80s, early 90s.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm a fan. I'm a
Yeah.
fan of this type of stuff. Oh, I guess I got to do my thing, right? My show thing. Woohoo! Like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. If you want to help support the channel, there you go. Links down there. Super chat, donate helps at the channel. Especially right now because YouTube is pushing shorts,
That's right.
and shorts are not something that Aaron is super great at. I'm gonna be honest with you right there. It takes a long time to do that. Don't tell mom's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, except for the babysitter. It wasn't fun for the babysitter. But let's dive over to the website. Let's see what's available there.
Sounds good.
All right. I am going to bring this up on here so that I can actually see your comments when me and Dave start looking through this here. My God, Dave. I'm so
Yeah.
good at this. It's so seamless.
Yeah, absolutely. You're an expert. I mean, this is one of the many reasons I go to your channel. You're an absolute expert.
Oh my God, I don't feel like it tonight.
I don't want to put you under too much pressure, but it is late. I mean, don't forget it's late. How late is it for you over there? Because
It's
it's
2:30 right
2:30. See, for me, it's only 10:30 here, but still, that's late for me.
now. So let's go to going into print stuff first. Let's see what the numbers are at. There's only 12 titles here to look at. So we have first one's an adult title, and it is Blue Money. It's actually a good film though. I'm guessing you have all of these, man. So only 116 copies of this one left, which it's a pretty good title. I mean, like I have this, and there's an extra film on it, The Affairs of Aphrodite. Um, Alan Patrick in both of these, directed it, acted in it. Barbara Mills. Now, when we look up here, I'm going to go back for a second to show you something because we're like just an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So we can see this is supposed to be a hint right here. So some people think that this is something like spermula because of this, what that looks like. But to me, I'm not gonna lie. I know they work with like MGM a lot and companies like that. Dave, this looks to me like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Philip Kaufman.
Which would be great, right? But you're talking about the because Kino Lorber put that out right on 4K. I thought Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right? So
Oh, they did, I
right,
think.
yeah,
But if I got like if there was a VSU edition of that with like a whole bunch of extra new features and
that
stuff
would be
like that,
cool. Yeah, I love that. I love that. 1978, right? That movie, really,
classic
really,
film too.
yeah. Leonard Nimoy in that too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that ending too, man. That ending.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's great. One of my favorites.
But yeah, no, that would be like still Still more exciting than Showgirls.
Yeah. But I mean,
Okay, we got Dark Room here.
what are the chances, do you think it could be Invasion of the Body? Do you think that's a high
The
probability, or
Keto
do you think
thing
it's a
washes it a little bit, but it, the possibility is still there. Um, I think, as much as people say things like Spermia and stuff like that, I think that's probably highly unlikely. For just for what it is, like what's available.
yeah,
That's the you know that's the killer thing about it.
yeah.
Because there's just so much that's out there. So we got 139 on the Dark Room. I really don't like that cover. I like the slip. That was really nice. We got Death Row Game Show, which I actually really do like this movie. I got an old DVD edition of this one with Killing of Killing of the President. It was a double feature. But this has a bunch of features on it. There is 442 left. If this is available during the sale, I might finally pull the trigger on this one. Now we're just looking at these here, guys, now because this is the stuff that's limited. As we're going into the sale time, because this isn't going to be the sale. This is the pre-order announcement, so that to get ready for the sale. There's been a bunch of Showgirls releases. I can actually go up now and show you guys an umbrella release from show that they put out last year. Showgirls for their cinema collection, and now that Umbrella works with under the Umbrella Vinegar Syndrome's partner labels, OCN basically, I don't see that being something like you want to release again. It just seems too fresh. It's too new in people's minds.
Yeah.
Showgirls 2. I'm there, Dave.
It's on your list.
Don't
Yep.
answer the phone. Over 1,000 on this one. Oh, you're safe for this one. Do you own this one?
I don't have any of these so far. I'll tell you when I have a title. I'll tell you when I have one.
So Double Exposure, which is like an Australian kind of like murder mystery. I have this from Umbrella as well. 672.
So if you have something from Umbrella, do you generally rebuy something then, or do you just have it's on your list? You want to pick it up, but
Like the good thing about this is if something comes up and the features are there, like if
Yeah.
there's extra features there, then that I really want. Like I gotta really want the film to say, okay, I'm gonna take money away from buying a different film that I don't have to buy
Yeah.
a film that I already have. Same thing when looking at 4K, right?
Right,
Like
right.
it's got to be something that I really, really like, something I really enjoy. But the good thing about me is I reviewed for Umbrella for about 2 years, and until they got a new, distributor guy or guy that did that, and so I got a lot of Umbrella releases. Lucky enough, not I would love to say free, but I didn't because every time I got an Umbrella release, I got hit with like $50, $100 charge
Yeah.
from Border. So no, I paid for my Umbrella releases, but in my mind, I can say, well, I didn't totally pay for it, so I can actually justify buying it again. I guess that's long and short of it. I do recommend Grandmother's House. This is a fun little title, 820, so it's definitely one people can wait on. But I had a lot of fun with this movie. I really liked it. And The Cold of Night too is this is one of my favorite guys here. Dave is Nika Mastarakis.
Hmm.
So Nika Mastarakis did Zero Boys, he did a whole bunch of films. In The Cold of Night is one of these kind of unusual, kind of sexy thrillers with a great cast though. We got like Jeff Lester, Adrian Sachs, Shannon Tweed from Newfoundland,
Right.
Tippi Hedren, Mark Singer, Brian Thompson, who literally steals the show in absolutely every scene he's in, and David Soul from Starsky and Hutch.
Very nice.
I think this one really falls under the radar because it is kind of this neo-noir type film. Jack Frost, we're down to 386 of these right here. But MVD put out an edition of this too, and
Yeah.
they did put out the sequel. So some people want that, some people are going to want this version because they're collecting all the Vinegar Syndromes. But some people are going to want to have the other edition.
Yeah.
Because they're collecting MVD and they can get both of them from one label.
I do have Malibu High, by the way.
Which is a great. Did you watch Malibu High?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Such a good film. I mean, and
Yeah.
you look at this cover here, and you would not in a million years expect what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a dark film.
How many copies are left of that?
This one is down 700. Still a
784.
lot left.
Yeah, it seems like
784.
I picked that one up a while back, and so, but I
Did you get
mean,
the slipcover of that
I got the
one? That one
slipcover.
did have
Yep.
a slip.
Yep. Did get the slipcover on that.
So Wakefield Pool, if you're a fan of Wakefield Pool's films, there's a double feature here. It's the last one's available. It's Take One and Moving, which is 310. Wakefield Pool does like adult films, but he does he does gay adult films. Extremely popular, actually. The hearse is here. Joseph Cotton. I love Joseph Cotton. 486 of these. I do have this one. Like I love this one. Trish Van Devere, of course, was in the Changeling. She was,
Right.
George C. Scott's wife in real life. And it's such a good film. It's a slow
Joseph
burn.
Cotton's in that.
Film.
Is that true? Joseph Cotton's in that from Shadow of a Doubt?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
This is one I saw when I was young. This is like one of those. Here, I will read a dramatic
reading. Dramatic reading. That's what you got late at night.
There you go. Jane Hardy, a recently divorced teacher from San Francisco, decides to spend the summer at the large old country home willed to her by her aunt. However, upon arriving in the sleepy town where Aunt lived, she meets with hostility from the locals and slowly begins to discover her aunt's dark connections to witchcraft and the occult, all the while being menaced by a large black hearse that mysteriously drives near her house in the dead of night. Great film.
That was great. That was a great dramatic reading.
There we go. Why did I not stay with acting? I wonder.
I know.
Witch Trap. Again, it's Kevin Tenney. I love Kevin Tenney stuff. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. Linnea Quigley is in it. It's cheesy fun.
I was just reading the comments about, which I don't have, but the Grandmother's House, the actor Uncle Leo from Seinfeld, which I didn't know. I was just reading that in the comments.
Yeah, like it's a fun. It's really a fun film. Like there's a few people that I told about Grandmother's House, and they loved it. So I wonder if I click on here, we get any more of the announcement. No, we won't. I know somewhere here there's more in the announcement, and I'm trying to find it, guys. If you know the link that I'm looking for the announcement, I know it was on Instagram. Where they gave more information. Normally,
was it on Instagram? I can look too.
Thought it was. If you can give it a shot there.
Let me just see.
I'm pretty sure they did. I'm excited. I mean, like this. What could that be? I mean, like everything you want to know about sex, but we're afraid to ask.
They do have. I do see the one Instagram post. Did you want me to read that one, or do you want the?
Definitely,
is that the? But this is the one that's just the share like reply to this posting for a chance to win $20 coupon. Is that the one you're talking about?
They did list a few. They said to look on Instagram because they were listing some more information.
Let me see because that's the only one that I see. The moment the pre-order goes live, you'll be able to feast your eyes on 3 of our 4 or 5 spectacular May VS releases. Among them, I think you read this part already, right? Among the world USD and US debuts of 2 80s horror classics. You read that already, right? Plus our next Euro horror theme. Yeah, this is not as good a dramatic reading as you did before, but plus our
I would say you're the better actor.
Our next Euro horror themed box set. Euro horror. Had we heard that before? Is that a clue that we hadn't talked about before?
I'm excited about that. I mean, like, I don't know where, when it comes to European horror, Mexican horror, Spanish horror, that's my wheelhouse. That's my jam.
Yeah.
That's my bag, baby. I'm not going to try like the Austin Powers thing. But I will be excited for something like that.
Yeah, it says also, in keeping with the tradition, are likely to be the most unexpected, exciting, and just plain weirdest releases of the event. And in the case of these 2 particularly, have been the result of years worth. Yeah, this is the thing you read too.
Yeah, I mean, like it's
years worth of trying to secure the rights. So
So the only thing I can think is maybe the heads. I'm gonna head over to the place that I don't like to head over to. I'm heading to a foreign place, Dave.
You going to the forum?
I'm gonna
I
check.
don't-
Just to see. But yeah, I don't normally like to do this. I'm not a foreign person. I used to be back in the day, but not so much anymore. Um, because sometimes they do go up with the stuff. I find just a bit of negativity on some stuff like that. Like a lot of people are guessing,
yeah.
like they're guessing, like Showgirls. Oh, God, please. Like I love Showgirls. It's a great movie. Um, do I think it's something to like really like kind of get into for this? No, I mean I would prefer I honestly give me like a Ginger Snaps type film, Ginger Snaps 2 or 3. Uh, get me Prom Night 2 and 3. Love to have that on 4K. I only have a DVD edition of those films, and the and part 3, I'm pretty sure, does not have the right aspect ratio, and maybe a little cut. I got like the because, and I think I got the Canadian release, which is the most uncut release. Like, what would you want? I mean, like, they said it's going to be like
Yeah.
it's going to be sleazy. It's a sleaze classic. Uh,
I mean, I think since you said Invasion of the Body Snatchers, I mean that's I would love that. I mean, I don't have the 4K from Kino Lorber, but I have another copy of that movie. But it would be great to see some extra features on that. That would be probably for me anyway. That'd be at the top of my list. But you know me, I'm pretty much. I have. I should actually go pull some of my titles if you want, Aaron. I can pull
oh,
some
definitely.
and kind of show what I can show a little bit of what I have. So let me just do. I'm going to mute myself here, and then I'll go grab some titles if that's okay with you.
Not a problem, man.
We got because we have an hour and a half.
Prom Night 4 must go with Prom Night 3. I agree. I love Prom Night 4. Prom Night 4 is actually so underrated. Called Kid. Doesn't even have a DVD release. I would like that, man. Actually, I like Kid. I like C. Thomas Howell. Obviously, the favorite C. Thomas Howell film that everybody wants to see come out on 4K is the classic Soul Man, which, not gonna lie, guys, I could lie, but I'll tell you the truth. Saw it in theater 3 times when I was a kid. Was a different time. Go with that. What game did you play? My better half just got in, and we're doing a board game night tonight. Skull. That's actually it's a fun game, but it's the most boring of the choices you had there. Saboteur is so much better. So Sugars have Burt Reynolds, the blonde girl from the original Save. So Burt Reynolds, you're thinking is Striptease. That's the one with Demi Moore. The blonde girl from Saved by the Bell, the one that sings "I'm So Excited." Yes, that's the girl from Showgirls. Carl McLaughlin, of course, from Twin Peaks, also in Showgirls. The Birds 2 should have box set with Prom Night 3 and 4 and Hell in 4, 5, 6, and 7. I still can't believe Birds 2 has released, but it's a film. It's Tippi Hedren's in it, man.
This is one. I don't know if this is still available. I just picked a few titles, but this is one I think you recommended one time.
The Caller is an
The Caller.
amazing. Did you watch it?
Yeah. I haven't seen this one yet, but I picked it up based on your recommendation. So, and I
You
did
got
get
to
it with
check
a
it out.
slipcover a while back. But this one's gone, right? I mean, this one's not. You can't
Oh, the slip
necessarily
is
get this
totally
one.
gone for this one.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous slip, and I'll tell you right now, Dave. After you watch it, message me because I want to know.
I know I'm going to like it. I know, like I said, a lot of these go in my collection, and then when I have time to watch them, I do. And then I bought this one twice because I love these. I love these kind of films too.
Oh, the
So
bees!
I picked up the bees, right? And this one came out. I think they had an original version of it, and then this one with the slipcover came out, and I picked it. I had, I bought it twice because I love the slipcover so much.
I love the movie. John Saxon and John Carradine, both of the
Yeah.
Johns.
Oh yeah. And then this one just came in. I didn't get it with the slipcover, but this is Cutter's Way, right? The John Hurd
I love that
movie,
case.
right? Yeah. But I don't have the slipcover for this one. I think I missed out on that one. And
It
then
reminds me of
just
those,
from
those oversized boxes they used to have back in the day, the VHS boxes.
what this one you mean or
Yeah, with the like the kind of
Cutter's Way?
silver on it. Like if you remember those old big
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
boxes.
you're right. Yeah. And then even from the video last night, I this was one that I didn't have, and this is another Fun City edition, this Primetime Panic box set too.
Gorgeous. I mean, like that
Yeah,
is one that everybody should have.
yeah.
It's a really good pick.
You have this one, right? You have this one, yeah,
Oh,
because
well,
like
the
because you showed
second
it
that got
before.
announced, that was
Yeah,
one of the ones I wanted right
yeah.
away. I'm a huge like TV movie fan. I'm actually, um, I'm going through like on my Patreon. I'm doing this whole list of like my life in cinema, and I'm already setting up like the next series. And my life in TV is one of the ones that's coming up, where I'm going to be like going through like the 71 to 2023 and basically going in, my life in like TV films and stuff like that. And
Well, we saw a lot of the films when they were actually on TV, right? So
well, that's the thing. Back in the day,
I don't even
back
remember.
in my day, um, there'd be yeah, it would be a thing. It'd be like an event. Like
Yeah,
they were event things. I remember like Shogun and stuff like that.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
But speaking of which, let's dive into some of the other titles that are there. Hey there, Jesse. Welcome, man. Because let's look at the Vinegar Syndrome stuff that's limited right now. And let's go to the limited editions. They're still in stock and see if let's go right to the end and and come back. How many pages we got here for this? 6 pages looks like. See if it can give us any ideas, any thoughts on what's going on right now. Because there's a lot. There's a lot to look at. And for me,
I
I
also
got a
have.
few of the archive releases and stuff like that I'm hoping to. Got to grab my cat. She's in the place she's not allowed to be. So if you see me, get over there, kitty cat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. All right. Since somebody wants to be on camera, here's
Oh wow,
Lordy.
feeling all better now too, right?
She is,
Yeah,
thank God. But she's still taking her medication.
that's good.
So I let her get away with murder because I'm a big sucker when it comes to the cat.
Now
So we got a
I
woman's
think if you
torment
scroll,
here.
if you
Definitely a recommendation on that one. Surf 2. I can't rightfully recommend Surf 2. I'm sorry. I didn't like it that much. Trashy Lady. This is the worst freaking cover for this movie. I hate the slipcover. I love Trashy Lady. It's an adult film with Ginger Lynn and Harry Reams in it. But I can tell you right now, Dave, this slip, I'd buy it with its slipcover. Is Dracula Sucks the one with Carradine? No, Dracula Sucks. Jamie Gillis stars in Dracula Sucks. John Holmes, Johnny Holmes, Johnny Watt, right? John Holmes, and of course, what's his name? Reggie Nelder, who played the vampire in the original Salem's Lot miniseries, is in Dracula Sucks. He actually did a couple films. Like he's not in like the adult scenes of the film. He's in like the acting scenes of the film. But we got Blue Ice here, Sugar Cookies, Lynn Laurie. I love Lynn Laurie. And it's got Mary Warnoff in it and Paul Bartel. So, you kind of love that. Graduation Day, a lot of fun. Frightmare. I got to give this one another chance. Freddie Main is in it. So I should like this more than I did the first time I saw it. If you see, if there's any of these here, Dave, like
yeah,
jump
I will.
in.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know which ones I have.
We got
Most of them were
Corruption here.
recommended by you. I do have a copy of the Severed Arm with the slipcover too.
I still need that. Hey, okay? I have to ask you this, man. Does the slipcover of Severed Arm look better than it does right there?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get it right now. Hang on.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
gonna go
please
get.
do.
Hang on.
I
Hang on.
need to know. Inquiring minds need to know. I'm going to mute myself for 1 second, guys, because listening to me slurping, not fun. Gonna need that coffee. Have the Vinegar Syndrome cassette tape with Blood Harvest. I'm mistaken that some of the music was recorded on the cassette tape. I did not know that, actually. Surf 2 is awesome when the goon's chewing the silver paint off the licorice chain link fence.
I still think it looks pretty good, this
See,
slip cover. Yeah.
let's just see.
It's got a little reflection there.
Let's spin it around. It's better.
It's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I love the slip cover on this one.
I think the art on the inside looks better. I've seen the art on the inside and it looks so much better.
Let me open. Yeah, let me open the. Let's see. Here's the inside.
See, and is there like a way to? There's like alternate artwork, and you don't have it open. So
I don't have it open. Yeah.
But the alternate artwork on the inside, when you open it, dude, it's Giallo-esque.
Yeah, and then I wanted to show also, because I have since it was over there, I think this is the alternate cover, right, for Fade to Black, right?
It is like
this is the alternate one, but this is one still with a slip cover, but it's the alternate one, right?
So, yeah, because there's 2 slip covers.
But I love this.
Fade to
I
Black.
love that.
It was one of the things that sold with 2 slip covers.
Yeah,
I was a subscriber back then, so I actually got both of those.
And I have the bees, which I already showed.
The bees,
which is great.
I love the bees. The bees, not the bees.
Well, I was a big fan of all of those kind of insect movies, which were probably the 70s and 80s too, because they used to show like Killdozer, and they used to show like a bunch of films on TV that were related to like machinery gone wrong, insects gone wrong,
anything but
all
the
that
nest,
stuff.
man.
Yeah,
anything but the nest. I got the nest in my collection
there you go.
Because Lisa Langolis is in it, and she's like Canadian scream queen. She was in like Class of 1984, films like that. But it's about like killer cockroaches. I can't do cockroaches, Dave, man. I can't do cockroaches.
The bees movies, I was all in.
Yeah, the bees was fun.
Yeah,
and it's had that great environmental message where the bees come in and sort of like teach you about environment. Who doesn't love that?
Right. Yeah, you got to love that, right? Yeah.
The 11th Commandment, which I hear is like pretty good. I still think it looks like Fisher Stevens on the cover, man. Perfect Strangers, Larry Cohen. That's one I desperately need to get down the road. If any of these you guys want to know like how many copies are left, we can actually check on them. So if you see something you're kind of curious about, if you see something you're curious about, Dave, we'll click on it, see how many copies.
Yeah.
No, Slugs are not gross. Slugs was too fun to be gross. Memorial Valley Massacre. You remember this movie?
This one I do not remember.
Left the slip. I love the slip too. So what we got here, it's got Cameron Mitchell and William Smith. And I swear to God, Cameron Mitchell and William Smith were 2 actors that, 1, liked to act, 2, did not find a movie script that they didn't like. Because William Smith would go on to do Champagne and Bullets.
They weren't choosy. Is that what you're saying? They weren't choosy, right? They weren't too.
They would have me. That would have been me. If I would have went into acting, and I would have had to do like film, because I'm not going to lie, Dave. When I said I wanted to go into acting stage, I had no, as much as I love movies, I had no ambition to act in film at all. I would have done soap operas. I would have done off Broadway. I would have done stage, because I just like the freshness of it.
Yeah.
And there's a segment in this fact,
Yeah, film and film can be a very slow process too, right? Because you're sometimes doing just a couple things every day, and it's more about the lighting and the camera shot and everything, right, than it is about your ability to act.
In film, I'd want to be behind the scenes. That's behind the scenes. There you go. Film, behind the scenes, just it interests me way more.
Yeah.
Than in front of the camera. And I went to school for journalism. I got to do editing when editing was an actual room you had to go into and splice stuff.
Yep.
Miami Connection is at 843 right now. I love Miami Connection. I recommend that for anybody that doesn't have. Do you have Miami Connection, Dave?
I don't have that. I don't have that.
Oh, it is so cool. It's like a bad film, but it's a good bad film. You will, it's one of those you get put on, have some friends, and you have a blast with it. And it's got a 4K release, but it also has Blu-ray in 4K as well. I have it right. Let me see if I got it in reaching distance. If I do, I'll actually show you.
See, you made a big assumption there that I have some friends.
Hey, we're friends.
I know. I know. It's hard to coordinate the movie watching since you're in Morocco and I'm over here.
Oh, that's the killer part. I think I just stretched my arm
Oh
and
no.
wrenched my back at the
Oh
same
no.
time.
Oh no.
There it is right here.
Oh.
So it's got a nice like box, hard box, and slipcover inside that. So Miami Connection has a 4K UHD, 2 Blu-ray discs, includes a alternate pre-release version of Miami Connection that wasn't available before. This was really hard to find, and it's a gorgeous looking. Like one of my viewers sent this to me. Again, I cannot thank them enough because, like the way I see it, like even if people don't have a 4K setup
Yeah.
right now, most people eventually will. Like that's where
Yep.
things are going when it comes to
Yep.
TVs. So and the Blu-ray disc is there with all the features and more features. Usually the Blu-ray disc is what has the features. Now that's the fun part, and that's a fun film, man. Hitcher in the Dark, I really, really like. That's Umberto Lenzi. So that's got a young Josie Bissett in it, and I really, really enjoyed that film. Let's just see where that one's at right now. 986. That actually has a nice slipcover. I'm not normally able to show it on my channel because there's nudity on slipcover. Now, Resurrection. You've probably seen this one actually. This is it's a Russell Mulcahy, who of course directed Highlander, a bunch of films. This is kind of a Seven knockoff, and it stars Christopher Lambert. So it's kind of one of those that most people have seen or
Yeah.
saw and may
Yeah.
not remember that they've seen, but when they start to watch it, they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's
I
that film."
remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
Shallow Grave is a really good film. That was one of their best releases last year. I just really love this one. Devil Story again. This makes no sense, but I love it. Uh, yeah, bad movies. That's my thing.
That's right.
If you know, Pig the Conqueror's never seen Hitcher in the Dark. Can I check the films of Doris Wishbone, The Twilight Years? I can. Very much can. We'll come back here in a second, and let's go over to because I'm actually very curious. I'm a huge fan of the AGFA releases. Now let's refine that to not all partner releases. Let's go to, can we go to AGFA? And let's find the Doris Wishburne, the Twilight Years. This is a really good one. It's at, oh, you're safe, man. 1,892. This is the one that most people want because it's got the Deadly Weapons and Double Agent 73. That's usually the one, the two the people love, like the Moral
Yeah.
Three, the Amazing Transplant, Let Me Die a Woman, Keyholes Are for Peeping, and Love Toy. But most people go into this because Chesty Morgan, uh, you know, did those the Deadly Weapons and Double Agent 73, and those are some pretty big, pretty big films. Is what I was gonna say for there. Phantasm Comes Again was a Picorama release, which really surprised me because it's not an X-rated film. So that was different. Have you seen Tough Guys Don't Dance?
I should have gotten that one. I did not see that. I'm sure,
Norman
I
Mailer
may have
did.
seen it years ago too, but that's one of the ones on my list. So
And it has that that the famous meme now, with him like just. I want to put it up, but I can't because I'll get more demonetized. It's getting to the point where I feel like YouTube demonetizes me so much. They're soon
yeah,
going to start asking me for money. Uh, kind of a thing. Girls Go Screamers. This is one of the trauma titles. It's not bad. It's not if you're expecting like a slasher or like a real kind of like big slasher title. It's all right. Auntie Lee's meat pies, again, is okay. People look at the cover of Auntie Lee's meat pies and expecting something kind of a bit sexier than remember the kid's Serum Mom. I do actually, man. I love Serum Mom actually. That almost made my list when I was doing my I was doing up the '90s list last night for my Patreon channel, and I was up till like 8:30 in the morning, like doing it. So whatever it takes. I actually bought this one. It's a VSA. Do you have any VSAs?
I don't have those. I don't have those.
Those are fun. Like not all of them. I've been like certain titles. Terminal Island's a good
I was gonna
title.
get I was gonna get Terminal Island. That was on my list as well, right? But I didn't. I didn't pick it up yet
Keep an eye on it for the sale.
for the sale. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it's $49.98 is its regular price. So, guys, when the sale comes up in May, it's going to be half the SRP price. So the MSRP basically. So when you see $32.99, it's not going to be half of $32.99. It's going to be half of $49.98. So it's going to be around $25. The lamp also owns the outing. A lot of people had this when I think Scream Factory put it like I think I have it actually, a 4-movie set with the outing was one of the titles on there. Killer's Delight, I liked again. This is a decent one, Dave. John Carlin's in it. Of course, he was Willie in the original Dark Shadows.
Oh
He
yeah.
was in the movie Vampires. He was the husband in Cagney and Lacey. Fantastic actor. He plays the killer in this. It's not giving anything away. The killer is known. It's not a mystery. It does play a bit like a TV film, but I don't take that's not a anything against it.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check the Homegrown Horrors because we're gonna get that one.
I do have
There's
that one.
another
I do
collection
have.
which I recommend to nobody.
Yeah, I do have Televised Terror and Homegrown Horrors. I think Volume 1. So I have those two.
I don't have Homegrown Horrors yet. I'm waiting.
Let me
This
go
is one of
grab.
the
Let me
ones
go grab that. Let me go grab that. I can show that
because
one
that's
too
a
if you
really
want.
nice one.
Yeah. Yeah.
714 left, so I think I'm good till the sale at least. I will be, if you see me in May and like I'm making videos, and I'm making videos while I don't know, polishing his boots or something like that. You know why? You know why? It's the sale that's coming up. Of course I am. Six String Samurai, VSU. Uh, I like televised terror, Blaze. I mean, like, I really enjoyed the first time. Let me see if I can grab it down there. I think Dave is going to get
I can
Homegrown
show this
Horrors.
one. I can show this one. Yeah.
Show that one
Which
while I
the
go
box.
grab
This is a.
televised terrors and try not to break my back at the same time.
Yeah, be careful there. Yeah, be careful. Watch out. This is this is a great set, right? With Fatal Exam, Beyond Dream's Door, and Winter Beast. So I just love this hard box set too. So really great.
I really need that set.
Yeah, I mean, you and I talked before too, but I mean, most of these recommendations have come from your channel, right? So I don't have obviously I don't have as much as you have there, but I've got like a few things, mostly the Fun State Edition stuff, and then a few other things you've recommended over the years,
It's quality, not quantity.
That's right.
Oh, here it is. Luckily,
Are you up on a ladder over there? Be
I
careful.
thought I was going to have to get on
Be
that.
careful. Be careful over there.
But so this is the televised terror
Yeah,
set.
Televised Terror. Yeah.
So it has "Are You in the House Alone?" Which there's actually when Amanda Reyes wrote a book on TV horror, that's what it was called. It also has Calendar Girl Murders, a earlier role for Sharon Stone, and Tom Skerritt. And Tom Skerritt is also the star of Child in the Night with what's his name? The kid. I love this. Got the Please Stand By, and I'm watching you on there. I loved all three of these films. We got who's the kid in this one again? See Elijah Wood, right? Yeah. So okay, so it is Elijah Wood. So initially, the kid on the box set, like people like made fun of it, and then this turned out to be a lot of people's favorite film in the set. I love the way these are done. Hopefully, these are showing up on screen, all right?
Yeah.
And this one here is a classic. People expected this to be a slasher, which I don't know why. I guess Irene this one kind of speaks slasher to some people. Yeah, if you're on here, by the way, and you are a member of the Crimson Cult, remember that we are going over in a while to in about an hour, right? About half an hour to continue and to be there for the live reveal. Me and Dave are going to be
Yep.
reacting to the live reveal as well. Forgotten
Was
Jelly Volume
was
3. If
the
you don't have any of these, man, I recommend some of these.
if you scroll back up, the Six String Samurai, was that a good release? Did you pick that up, or do you recommend that one as well?
I do. The only VSU I don't have yet is Roadhouse, which I do want to get eventually.
Yeah.
I have fun with Six Inch Charm. I know it's it's not everybody's jam.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but the guy that was in it, like, definitely a decent martial artist. But it's a weird little film. Like, here again, dramatic reading of the plot. Uh, In 1957, after nuclear war with the Russians, America has become a post-apocalyptic wasteland where rockabilly reigns supreme, and Elvis is the true king. 40 years later, the king has fallen, and society needs a new leader. Buddy, a katana-wielding guitarist, travels to the city of Las Vegas, where he is determined to prove himself as the new king of rock and roll. On his journey, Buddy is confronted by a murderous array of musical outlaws, including cannibals, Russians, and even death himself. Buddy must use both his music and martial arts skills in order to defeat his foes, but his biggest challenge comes in the form of a young orphan boy who won't leave his side after being rescued from bandits. Will the boy be Buddy's downfall or his salvation? And it's basically a wild blend of samurai, spaghetti western, post-apocalyptic road films. Really is, actually.
Yeah.
If you like that type of stuff, and I do, uh, definitely a fun release. Um, the Feral Kid and Six String Samurai is very annoying. A lot of that's the thing. That's the killer part. Is that I guess the Kennys of the world, those kids, like the Gamma films and House by the Cemetery. It's a narrow margin on whether they can be super cute or, oh my God, will somebody put a knife in them? And I mean that in the nicest way. It's like the kid, and it's not his fault. He was dubbed, right? In House by the Cemetery, Lucio Fulci film. Annoying as all hell. So when I got to see later on, what was it called? Blade in the Dark, right? The beginning of Blade in the Dark, they're watching, like, you don't know at the time. It looks like you're watching a movie. And in the movie, the kid from House by the Cemetery gets murdered immediately. And at that point, you're like, I don't care what else happens in this film. You've won me over. You've killed the kid I wanted to see die all through House by the Cemetery in the first 5 minutes of your film. I love you. We got Death Promise, S World, because I don't want to get demonetized. But yeah, it's I actually like this title a lot. Last Gasp, I really regret not buying that one during the last 10 for 10 sale. Forgotten Jelly Volume 3. I'm not sure if you picked up any of the Forgotten Jelly sets,
I don't have
Dave,
those.
but
I don't have
these are
those.
good,
No. Yeah.
especially the latter ones. This one here has Autopsy, great little title. Mimsy Farmer, I love Mimsy Farmer. Ray Lovelock, one of my favorite. Like when it comes to this, he does great in this. A Score by Ennio Morricone. We got Murder Mansion, highly underrated title. Love this one here. I think Evelyn Stewart's in Murder Mansion. Yeah, Evelyn Stewart's in Murder Mansion. And the third one is Crazy Desires of Murder, which may be my favorite out of these three because it's just so insane. And there's these different, like, weird subplots that actually work as kind of like twisted like ways to make you think, okay, this guy actually owes money to these people and they're coming to get him. And it's, have you seen these?
I haven't seen those. No.
If you're a Jolly fan, like, those are worth it. Like, the
Yeah.
first two I like, but I will admit that the first two Forgotten Jelly box sets are basically a lot for if you've watched a lot of Jello and you're a
Yeah.
hardcore Jello fan, you want like more. But I think that as you go like 3, 4, and 5, as you're getting up to there, then they're getting to movies that are actually okay. Yeah, these are Jello films that I want to have in my collections because they're definitely good Jello films. Like
Yeah.
French Sex Murders is another good one. We got Sister Sister here, which a lot of people hate, but I actually like because I'm just a big fan of Southern Gothic, and it's Jennifer Jason Leigh and Eric Stoltz. in this one. I remember seeing this one back in the day. I bought this one during the 10 for 10 sale. A great. So there's 928 left of these. Do you remember this movie?
I don't remember that one either. Yeah.
It's not a bad film. It's got Judith Ivey in there. Um, Definitely, it's not like a fast paced film, but I actually really liked it. Hey, Swift, welcome in. Hey there, Alvin. D
Hello.
Blaze loves the Kid in the House by the Cemetery. You are one of the outliers for that, man, and I respect it. Scariest 61st, no interest. Madman, I have this on Blu-ray. This is like where I'm gonna be like you in
Yeah.
that, like, I like Madman a lot, but I don't see myself upgrading it. Like, it's a great slip, like, but I'm not a person that buys something for the slip. If the movie's good, I'm gonna buy the movie anyway. If
Sure.
there's a slip, you know, bonus.
Yeah.
Um, for Fortress of America, probably the only Vinegar Syndrome archive title that I won't own unless it's really super cheap. I was hoping it was gonna be in the 10 for 10 sale because I'm trying to collect all the VSAs. I'm not trying to collect this one. Forgotten Jelly Volume 4. This is a cool one, Dave. This is what I call the sleazy volume. You know, so like and when I say the sleazy, I mean like it's a really sleazy volume because we got Arabella Black Angel, and this is a weird film, Dave. Have you seen Arabella?
I haven't seen it. See,
It's
like
on
I said,
TV.
that's why I come to your channel, right? To get these recommendations, right? Because my collection is very limited since
It's
I'm
if you like
collecting all
giallo,
different
like,
things. Yeah.
and you don't mind wall-to-wall nudity on a large portion of the film, then Arabella Black Angel, Dave, it's for you. It's a weird title though. I like it though. Killer Still Among Us. I actually really enjoyed this one. It's one of these that I like, but I always forget that I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually watched. Me and my dad watched it, and then I visited my dad again, and we said, "Oh, The Killer's Still Among Us." I said, "Yeah, we haven't seen that one. We'll watch it." We turned it on. We get 10 minutes in, and realize that's the one that we watched. The last movie we watched the last time that we were hanging out together. So then I was back looking for another movie again. I know it's done by Ernesto Costalides as the script, so Costalides really big when it comes to this stuff. He's one of the big writers when it comes to Giallos. They mentioned My Dear Killer, but there's a million. Like it seems like a million stuff that
Yeah.
Costalides like wrote. And of course, my favorite here, his all time favorite, The Sister of Ursula. Don't leave me that face. You like this film? It has Barbara Magnolfi, who's probably best known, well, not best known, but better known for being Suspiria. She's kind of like I guess, the slightly bully character in Suspiria. Mark Perel is in this, who was was her boyfriend at the time. Unfortunately, Mark Perel died early. He had a bit of a tragic life, and in the movie, Mark Perel plays this character that's like doing drugs, and that was too close to Mark Perel's real life, unfortunately, and it would be the downfall of him. He died young, but it's a great film. Like, I don't want to put it on a downer because it's actually a really, really good film. I think he was like just about. I got to look it up because I had like the Shameless Screen Entertainment edition of this one, and yeah, born 1967, died in 1983. He was
Wow.
34 years old.
Wow. Hmm.
That is so sad.
Yeah.
And he did a bunch, like he did a bunch of films. He was he died here actually, well not here, but near here. He died in Casablanca.
Wow.
So I remember that too. I remember reading about that. But anyway, it's a great set. All these giallo sets that are fun. There's number 5 right here, which is over 1,000. Obviously, you're good with this one.
What's a good one? I mean, you've seen what I collect, right? What's a good one to start with? Because, like I said, this is my. You've seen what I collect already, right?
3,
This is like
like
this is like
3.
this is what I collect, the bees. You know what I mean?
Um,
I mean, a very tame collector in this stuff.
A million
So
percent part 3. Part
part
4
three,
is
gotcha.
is good. but it's very nudity heavy, which is not bad. It's not a bad thing. But you get into jail like part three, there's it's definitely more kind of story, kind of like twisted, like kind of went to twisted, but like twists to its style Jello. There's like Murder Mansion is a good movie. It's a tamer. It's a bit of a tamer film, but it's a really good film. It's a really different film.
Yeah.
So I'd say if somebody was going into like the Forgotten Jelly stuff, like obviously it's like, oh well, you want to get all of them type thing, but maybe not necessarily.
Yeah.
And if you're going to grab one and you want to go for like one of the best ones, I'd say it's just part three overall. Autopsy is
Three.
like a
Three.
very
Gotcha.
famous film,
Gotcha.
and
That's good.
In Jalo, you probably that there's more famous ones with Severin and Arrow.
oh yeah, but he means like out of
Oh,
these.
separate ones, Arrow. Yeah, yeah. Out of the sets
Yeah.
that are there. Yeah, yeah,
Sorry, I'm chiming in.
No,
yeah.
no,
No, that's
it's good.
good. No, that helps. That helps a
We
lot.
gotta
Yeah.
keep us going
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Camille Keaton in Italy. This is one that was a set that came out when I was a subscriber, so I have this one. I'm so glad I do. I'm a big Camille Keaton fan. I did not know many of these films. There's one of these films though. Like I like these movies, and the box is gorgeous too. So Madeline, really like that film. Uh, Tragic Ceremony again, weird film, loved it. Uh, the one I thought I was gonna like the most, Sex with the Witch. It's a good film, but I never thought these words were going to come out of me, Dave. But I would tell you these words did come out of me. And here's the thing to notice: newly restored from its original Technoscope negative, and including nearly 10 minutes of additional long lost sex. So those 10 minutes, we didn't need them.
Not
Like
needed.
it's like, and who likes this stuff more than me? Not many people, sadly. But in all honesty, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, oh my god, can you cut this scene down? Just please, like edit it. just I'm tired. I want
Right.
to like
Right.
me and my cousin Roger watching it. We're like, this is gonna go on for a bit. Let's go get a coffee. And we did actually, and we came back and it was still on. Um, I did like this though, and I think, and you got to watch a bit of one of these. Nothing Underneath and Too Beautiful to Die. These are definitely a lot more fun. And if you want to get like a couple like decent like Giallo films that get like set in the fashion industry and do a good job of it too. Hey, Amy, welcome, man. It was trying to. They were lost for a reason. I totally agree. Like,
That's right.
yeah. Sometimes there's a bit too much. But this one
Right.
here, by the way, it's a cheaper one to pick up, Dave, and it's a really nice one. If is the slip still available? Yeah, I'll actually show you the slip in a second. Actually, definitely recommendation on that one. I got The Grave during the sale. I'm excited to see that. Have you seen The Grave?
I haven't seen that.
See, I haven't. That's one that it just slipped by me. One of those movies slipped by my radar. But look at the cast here, man. So we got Craig Schaefer, Josh Charles, Keith David, Eric Roberts, Gabrielle Anwar, Donnell Logue, Giovanni Ribisi, Anthony McCall.
What a cast.
I know. I mean, like,
Of 90s folks. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
and it's one of those, and I know I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Now, King and Tyne are inmates in a North Carolina prison. We overhear the story of the grave, which promises buried treasure to anyone daring enough to embark on its quest. Naturally, the two break out of prison with the intent to dig up the mysterious loot, only to end up in a twisty crime and horror-filled saga involving fellow criminals, old flames, and a character known only as the Priest, played by Keith David. Who doesn't want to see that?
That's right. That's true.
And it was
Good
$10
point.
during the sale.
Wow. Was it $10, you said?
It was one of the 10
Wow.
for 10 sale.
Wow.
Sold really quickly. Within
yeah.
like the first like 15 minutes was all gone.
Wow.
Censors and decent release. Flesh for Frankenstein. I just love this Andy Warhol stuff. I know like it's weird and some people don't like it, but I'm a big fan. And if you're a patron member, you may hear me quote this movie. Something I can't do on this channel because
Because of,
anybody knows the quote knows exactly what I'm
Right.
talking about. Blades is here, which is basically it's Jaws with a lawnmower on a golf course. So basically just Jaws, right?
Sounds good, right? Yep.
Shriek the Mutilated. Love this film. Here's one that I do want to get, and I'm hoping it doesn't sell out. So worth thousand left. It's Righting Wrongs. So have you seen this?
I haven't seen it.
So this is a martial arts film, Cynthia Rothrock, but it's one of Cynthia Rothrock films in uh, done over in Japan. So it's better than like I like China O'Brien. I love like the one that we got. But this is high quality like martial arts. Like Yanbo stars in this one. Like Cynthia Rothrock's not the lead star, but Yambo's fantastic. Rothrock's in this. Corey Yun is in this. What's her name too? Karen Shepard is in her as well. It's the martial arts, and this is great. Plus, it has this here, which is really cool. And actually, my dad bought this, and he was watching one of my videos. And this actually makes me kind of proud because always trying to please your parents, man.
Sure.
The Best of Martial Arts was a feature-length documentary from 1990, hosted by John Saxon. It's a bonus feature, a bonus on this set. So my dad didn't realize that existed. So he was watching my videos, and he said, "Oh, damn it!" And then afterwards, after the video was over, he went and watched the documentary. He loved it. So it's a great release. So definitely, this is one I want to get down the road. A really, really good release. Commentary track by Cynthia Rothrock as well. Shriek the Mutilated. It's a bad movie, but I love it. Would we upgrade Shriek the Mutilated?
No.
We might. She said no.
She
I
said, I
we
heard her
might.
say no. I heard her say
Yeah,
no.
the-
So
I think that was Yo.
okay, it was you.
I think it was Yo. So, Expect No Mercy is a film with Billy Blanks and Jaleel Murray. I'm not overly recommending it, but it's a film. Hey, Creepy Keith, welcome, man. Please. Dustin Lewis, we love this one. Was that the Cynthia Rothrock, Young Bowman? Jorge, Stanley, double feature. This is the only one they've done so far. So they brought back their drive-in collection, basically, which was like a DVD only thing. And they brought one Blu-ray out, double feature one, and it's the Jorge Stanley. When I initially heard this was announced, man, I thought it was Hell High, which is a film I really like.
Yeah.
And it's probably best known because Bob Briggs did a commentary for it back in the day. But it wasn't. I was like, I like Horror High too, but I really want Hell High. And Hell High did come out from Arrow Video. But this is worth getting for Stanley alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
Stanley's
familiar
got
to me,
three.
but I don't. Yeah.
Remember that one?
It sounds familiar to me, but
It's like the snake one.
mm,
Think like Carrie with snakes.
Carrie with snakes. Jaws with a lawnmower.
Yeah, there you go. We are ready. Are we ready? Are you ready, Dave? I don't
I'm
know.
ready. I'm ready. I mean, it's very late for you, right? It's late for me, but I'm ready.
It is 3:20 right here.
3:20,
We got 10 minutes
11:20
more
here.
on this before we dive over to the other
I
channel.
think because we moved the clocks ahead here, but you didn't move the clocks ahead, right? So we're a little closer because you're 5 hours ahead or 4 hours ahead? Or no,
we're
maybe you
four
did
now.
move it.
We were 5 before you changed the clocks.
Oh, gotcha.
Death Wish 2, which is my favorite Death Wish film, and it's directed by Michael Winner. It does have a bit of the sleaze though factor with Death Wish 2. It's like the killers just couldn't just be slightly evil like in the first one. Like they had to go the extra mile. You remember Death Wish 2?
I don't remember and I'm sure I probably saw these movies, but years ago, right? Because I'm watching other stuff. But man, this is something I need to catch up on for sure.
Because in Death Wish, they kill the wife, wife gets
Yep.
attacked type thing. But in Death Wish 2, the maid gets attacked, the girlfriend gets attacked, the daughter gets attacked, and actually so bad that she jumps out a window and kills herself. It's insane.
It's not exactly a
Uh,
feel-good movie, is what you're saying.
yeah. Overkill.
Overkill.
Cloak and Dagger. I remember this from my youth. I love this movie. It's such a. We're going to like movies like Death Wish, like Sex of the Wish, and then we go to Cloak and Dagger with
Cloak and
Dabney Coleman. What a difference! But what a good movie.
Yeah.
Death Wish 3 is all time. Jimmy Page did the music. I did not know that. I don't think I did know that actually. Oh, here's one that I have. I'm almost sad I have it because I would love to have this upgrade. So Vinegar Syndrome put out Schizoid and X-Ray. And so this was put originally by Scream Factory. And at a time when I was collecting pretty much everything Scream Factory. So I have a good Blu-ray copy of this. But these are two good films. Well, one is a really good film, and one is a lot of fun. So Schizoid has got a great cast. Fantastic film. I mean, you're looking at the we got
Klaus
like Klaus
Kinski.
Kinski is
Klaus
in it.
Kinski. Yeah.
Donna Wilkes,
Donna Wilkes, yeah.
Christopher Lloyd is in it. Craig Wasson is in it. Just an amazing cast, and it's a fun little like mystery thriller. The only problem is that because it was like cleaned up so well, that at the beginning of the film, the killer is stalking like a victim, and it's a mystery. There's all these red herrings put in, right? But because it's so nice and crystal and clear, you see who the killer is. His face right in the window, like right in the window, like right away. Like, oh, that's the killer. Like you weren't supposed to see that.
Right.
But so if you're watching Schizoid for the first time, look away.
Look away during that scene, right?
Right, you're watching VHS. There you go. An X-Ray.
Watch the
Barbie
VHS.
Benton.
Yeah.
Love me some Barbie Benton. This is one of the most hilarious scenes I've ever seen. The killer is like runs after a person with like a big piece of plastic, a shower curtain or something like it. It's hilarious, man. Well, they're fun films.
So that should go on my list then, is what you're saying.
But that is fun. Yeah, that is definitely fun. Sworn to Justice. This was given to me by a viewer too. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun with this movie. Watched this with my better half.
Did you say you have Homegrown Horrors Volume 2?
I don't have either Homegrown Horrors. I want Volume 2 really badly because it's a slasher one. I'm a big slasher fan. Now, here's the one that my better half wants. Santo versus Dr. Death. Not even a joke. Like I joke a lot about some stuff that she likes, but she's a huge Santo fan. Like when we met.
So that's on your list. So this is on your list.
Santo's a million percent on my list.
Yeah.
Dr. Death, it's actually a good film too. If you like Santo films. Now, if you don't like Santo films, not gonna win you over. But hey there, Maddie. Welcome, man. Oh, the Patreon stream, by the way, is going live in 6 minutes. Hey, we got Brian from Just to This. Cloak and Dagger. Gotta love that. And by the way, guys, if you're not checking out Brian's podcast and his YouTube channel, you are missing out. A young Lawrence Fishburne in Death Wish 2. That is true. Probably called Larry Fishburne back then because he was called Larry in a lot of his movies back then.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
Yeah, like if you look at movies like Nightmare on Elm Street 3, for instance. Starring Santo. Not in Santo versus Dr. Death. But I love these movies. I want to see more. I know there's more Santo movies coming. They kind of mentioned it. They couldn't find one or something. Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, and John Wick 4. Yeah, that's right.
Too.
That's right. Lawrence Fishburne in John Wick 4.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Sadly, Lance Reddick passed. What a loss.
That's right.
Fantastic actor.
Yeah.
And this is the last John Wick movie too, I think. So I guess you got to do them all.
Yeah.
So Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, 4K. This is one I could eventually upgrade because I have a Blu-ray like Arrow video like special edition of it, which I would never get rid of. But it's an old like when Arrow Video were first putting in Blu-rays. So let's just say it's a good copy, but it's not a great print.
Yeah.
Not compared. Not obviously compared to 4K, can't it's not going to be, but like compared to a newer Blu-ray print, it's not a better copy. This is one I definitely recommend everybody, and I'm going to tell you right now why is does my better half want the Indicator Santo double feature too? And
Yes.
definitely, that's one of her. Like she wants everything Santo that she can get, and eventually when I got the moolah, I will get them for her. Right here, Vampire, Where First is a Vampire Woman. I'm going to recommend this one to everybody. And I'm going to give you, like, especially to you, Dave, I'm going to tell you why. Well, it's Paul Naschy. It's a good Paul Naschy film. Most people, if they've seen a Paul Naschy film, they probably started with this one because it was on, like, truncated and different, like, box sets and Mill Creek and BACI and stuff like that. Brentwood back in the day. But the reason you want to have this set, the biggest reason for this set right here, for the export nude version, no, for the 80-minute documentary on Paul Naschy's life, and he has a fascinating life. The Man Who Saw Frankenstein Cry is one of my favorite documentaries of all time. Garris, John Landis, Joe Dante, Carolyn Monroe. It's a really good documentary on the life of Paul Naschy, whose life and his father. I watched with my dad, and I have to say it was a bonding moment watching it. My dad's a huge Paul Naschy fan, and just like the life that Paul Naschy like lived. He wasn't just an actor; he was like a wrestler. He lived through like one of the worst regimes.
Yeah.
His father was, at one point thought to be dead. It's amazing. I don't want to give too much away,
That's
but
great. That's great.
it's a documentary everybody should have in their collection. It's really, really that good.
I'm glad you mentioned that because those are the selling points for me too, right? I just love those documentaries. Like we were talking about the Boris Karloff documentary too, right? I mean,
Oh yeah,
just
like
amazing to watch those. I just love those. Yeah.
like Dave, if you love the Boris Karloff documentary, you're gonna want this.
Yeah. That's great.
Because then this is something that was put out like I've been put out previously, like in I think maybe in Germany or the UK, somewhere like that. But they put it out here, and you get the movie too, which is great to have, like a national movie, and you're going to want to watch it after the documentary.
Yeah.
But you're going to want to keep a tissue nearby because there might be something in your eye by the time the documentary's over. The Spookies disc is one of my favorites, Matty. And I'm guessing you got this one, Dave. If you don't, high recommendation. Spookies has 2 feature-length documentaries. It has a documentary on the making of the Spookies, which is fascinating because it's such a weird, bad film.
Yeah.
And
love that. Love it.
it has a documentary on God, what's their name again, guys? Oh, Maddie, what is that company? They did like a lot of the video nasties in the UK. I used to have some of them. But it was anyway, it was a really good documentary. But with that being said, Dave, I'm gonna be sending you a link in a second
That's right.
because we're gonna be diving over. So if you're Vipco, thank you, Ice. There you go. It is Vipco. That's the company I'm talking about. Over on my Patreon channel, which is usually in a link down below and a link in one of my other videos, we're going to be going over to get ready for the reveals. And Dave is going to be, me and Dave are going to be looking at it, talking about it, like getting excited, getting our better halves excited. Woohoo. So thank you guys for joining me here tonight. Thanks you, Dave. I will see you in a few seconds.
See you in a few seconds.
We'll meet you over at our Patreon, where it's going to be really fun. And I'm excited about this, man. Are you excited?
It's exciting. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. There's only 30 minutes left. Yeah.
30. Oh, it's the countdown.
Yeah.
Let's get there.
Let's do it.